Welcome to PlayStation News, Rumours and Leaks. Let's take a look at what's been happening over the last few days in the world of gaming. Taking a look at the Insomniac Games hack. Is this the biggest gaming hack of all time? I certainly can't remember anything as big as this in terms of the hack and then all the information appearing online. Detailed plans revealing the future projects of PlayStation-owned Spider-Man developer Insomniac Games have appeared online. They've been published online, stolen from the company by hackers. The files include a project roadmap for the next 10 years and beyond, including an array of unannounced projects plus production details, art assets, financial information, personal information on Insomniac employees too was also released. Insomniac suffered a data breach last week with ransomware group Risida demanding 50 bitcoins, which is the equivalent of around about $2 million, within a week to avoid the data being published publicly. Now, over a week later, the group has gone through with its threat and have published all that information online. The leaked data includes over 1.3 million files and over 1.6 terabytes of data. This includes private messages from the company and employee details, including files related to the company's hiring and firing. The hacking group, Risida, actually have a spokesperson who told Cyber Daily the hack specifically targeted Insomniac to demand money, as a high-profile game developer would likely be an easy target. Sony is yet to respond to the leak, although last week they did acknowledge this. They come out with a statement saying, "We have no reason to believe that any other SIE or Sony divisions have been impacted." Files from the leak are now spreading across the internet and are being poured over on Reddit and social media. A product schedule for the company until 2035 lists upcoming game launches, including unannounced multiplayer projects, which we believe is the Spider-Verse Online. There's a new Ratchet & Clank game in development or plans to be developed. Further Spider-Man games, including Spider-Man 3, of course the Spider-Verse Online game, spin-off plans from other X-Men games. So once the Wolverine game has been completed, they're supposed to be going into other X-Men IP games, and of course there's other IP outside of the Marvel universe that Insomniac Games are supposed to be working on. The level of detail in the leak is eye-opening and unprecedented, with game budgets, sales forecasts and revenue sharing plans for the studio's lucrative Marvel licensing deal laid bare for everyone to see across the internet. Files show Insomniac sketching out the possibility of splitting Spider-Man 3, the single-player story, into two parts to release over consecutive years with detailed costs and predicted sales. We also learned recently that Spider-Man 2's New Game Plus mode now will not arrive until early next year. Is this a direct result of the leak? Most likely. Looking somewhat closer ahead, character and story details of Insomniac's Wolverine were also included, with details of the game's plot and ending visible years before its release. So stay away from social media if you don't want to have spoilers come your way with regards to the Wolverine game. It's out there, man. I've seen bits, not deliberately, it's just come across on my newsfeed, so just be careful. I'm telling you now, be careful. This level of hack and leak data is unprecedented. It's never happened before. I've covered the Insomniac leak now for a few days, and I have to say I've never seen anything like this before. I think it's worse than the GTA 6 hack. It certainly feels worse. Maybe it's because I'm closer to Insomniac Games than Rockstar, but it certainly feels worse. They feel more exposed. Absolutely terrible what is happening. If anything, it reconfirms my belief that what a wonderful, talented studio Insomniac Games is. All the information and rumours flying around about the games they've got lined up, the leaks about Wolverine, it doesn't change my opinion of the studio. I think they're an amazing team of developers, and I can't wait to play and enjoy their games that they are going to be putting out over the years to come. If anything, I hope Sony and all of their internal and partner studios take a closer look at their own security and start tightening things up. Moving on, Team Ninja's Rise of the Ronin has been rated by the ESRB, and unsurprisingly, the game has picked up a mature rating due to excessive violence that includes decapitation and dismemberment, chopping off limbs. Yeah, let's just call it what it is, chopping off limbs. The full description goes on to say, this is an action-adventure game in which players assume the role of a former assassin in ancient Japan. The players explore an open-world environment to complete quests, interact with characters, and battle enemy forces. Players will use samurai swords, bladed spears, pistols, and flamethrowers to kill thugs and ninjas in melee-style combat. Players also have the ability to kill civilians with no impact on player progress, which sounds really interesting. Haven't seen that done in a while in a game, especially a single player game. Some attacks result in decapitation or dismemberment, with large blood splatter effects and body parts all over the ground. Players' finishing moves depict enemies being dismembered at close range. It sounds fantastic, sounds brilliant. And there is also the use of profanity within the game, which just adds another layer of excellence as far as I'm concerned. The Rise of the Ronin is scheduled for release on the PS5 exclusively on March the 22nd, 2024, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this game. Guys, if you like the video so far or find the video interesting or informative, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. That really helps out the video a great deal. If you want to support me as a content creator, consider becoming a channel member and support me. I'll leave a link down below in the description. Check it out. Okay, let's move on. Despite rumours that started spreading earlier this week, ridiculous rumours I have to say, absolutely daft rumours, Sony is not making new plans for banning the resale of physical and digital PS5 games. After the PlayStation software usage terms were updated, focus mistakenly fell upon a clause that had been part of the terms of service for several years. Section 7 of the PlayStation software terms usage contains a term that reads as follows: you must not resell either disc-based games or digital games unless expressly authorized by us, and if the publisher is another company, additionally by the publisher. Rumors Sony would be prohibiting the resale of physical games started when players began to look for differences between the old and the new versions of the terms, and this phrase led to some people believing a ban on reselling games was going to be coming soon. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. The section isn't new, however, and has been in the terms since the birth of the PlayStation franchise, dating back to the original PlayStation 1. Those who still have a physical PlayStation 1 game collection will even find similar phrases printed on the back of the box of each title. So while the phrase may exist within the software usage terms, it would be practically impossible to prevent the resale of physical games, and Sony seems to acknowledge this. When the phrase caused concern back in 2013, the president of SIE Worldwide Studios, I hope I don't butcher this guy's name because I'm terrible at pronunciation, so Shuhei Yoshida, who was the SIE Worldwide Studios chief, leader, guru, he expressively gave his permission for players to be able to sell or share your PS4 products, your PS4 discs. So what did change in the software usage terms? Well, it was just some small changes made to the code of conduct and software updates. Nothing to do with the resale of physical discs, so don't worry. And moving on to our final piece, if you're looking for a Christmas bargain, then perhaps the next bit may be of some interest to you. There is a massive sale going on right now at the Sony store. Sony has slashed the prices of almost 5,000 PS5 and PS4 games this Christmas. The sale, which officially ends on the 5th of January, includes some brilliant PS Store discounts if you're into digital stuff. Me, I prefer physical, but I wouldn't mind taking a look at some of these digital games, up to 80% off in some instances. The brand new game Alan Wake 2 is £40 in the UK, $47.99 dollars, that is. Dead Space, I'm getting that, $27.99 in the UK, $27.99 in the US. Elden Ring's in there, Final Fantasy. Lies of P, I haven't played that yet. I've got too many games to play. I'll be getting that. It's £40, $47.99 dollars. Have a look at the list. It's brilliant. I've got it in the description. Click on the link. Check out the PS Store. Brilliant discounts. There's lots to pick from. I mentioned earlier around 5,000 games now have gone into sale. Go and check it out, enjoy yourself, get yourself a bargain, have some fun on the games that you may have missed or haven't had time to play. That's going to do it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you could do me a favor whilst you're here, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next PlayStation news, rumors and leaks video.